We'll see what he does, but I think if he gets a good game from Pimentel, he likes his chances with there. And, well, Eli Nix, of course, you're going to see him put the ball in the air. So with that balance, I think Coach Ray, if he can get that offensive balance, I think he's going to feel very good about his chances tonight.
Can't wait to see it play out as we get teams running on the field. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll highlight Covenant Christian and get this game started. You're watching high school football on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, Clean Slate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid, getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Welcome back. We're live on the west side of Indianapolis, the home of Covenant Christian. Let's talk about Covenant Christian, John. Tonight, they get their season started, also coming off of a 7-4 season. Coach Evan Cottle, what is he looking for out of his young team this evening?
I think he's wanting to see himself what he see. You're going to have a freshman starting here at quarterback tonight. He does have Jeremiah Dowdell back on the running back side, but you lost your three big receivers that combined for 1,800 yards receiving last year. So I think it's going to be a work in progress. He's going to see what he has. A freshman Blake Stewart getting the start at quarterback tonight. I think he's just going to have to wait and see what he has out there on the offensive side.
I mentioned it a bit at the outset. They're moving up a class from 1A to 2A, but they don't escape Lutheran. It's Lutheran once you get to the tournament. Lutheran still awaits in this sectional, but also Heritage Christian. Perhaps an early test tonight to see where they stack up against some of that 2A competition?
Yeah, I think so. And it's good that I think it's good for Covenant Christian. They're getting one of their rivals here at the beginning of the season. Like you said, like Lutheran moving up, and they're going to have to get Lutheran again in the sectional coming up, which is one of the toughest sectional, I think, in 2A football. So, yeah, it's going to be a nice early season test here for Covenant Christian, but I think a good test for them going forward in the season.
You said it too. Young quarterback. They have a young offensive line. They've got a lot of guys playing both ways. How do you handle that as a coach going into opening night, and how do you just settle down your quarterback as you get going into the first half of the first game?
Yeah, I mean, freshman quarterback, first game jitters, he's going to have to dodge those early on, but I think if he can do that, get comfortable in his offensive zone, I think Covenant Christian will have a chance to keep this very competitive with Heritage Christian tonight. He's just going to have to see who's going to step up on that receiving end to replace all that receiving they lost from a year ago.
Yeah, and I know Coach Evan Cottle, he thought one of the keys tonight would be stopping the run. Maybe not so much stopping Pimentel, but containing him, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you're going to see a lot of subbing on the defensive end because of the athleticism that Pimentel poses to this Covenant Christian team. But I think he likes where he's at defensively. It's just going to come down, can they contain Pimentel enough on the defensive end?
Receivers for Covenant? They lost a lot at that position as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a work in progress. Probably going to see Sam Lyons probably take the number one receiver spot, and you're also going to see Caleb Jankowski as well. I think they're going to be your top two receivers. It's going to be a little bit of a adjustment period to replace that receiving they lost last year, but I think they're going to get comfortable, and if Blake Stewart can get comfortable there at quarterback position, I think Covenant will be fine.
If Covenant is to come away with this opening night victory here on the home turf, young squad, what are they going to have to do?
Well, obviously they're going to have to contain Pimentel as much as they can, and if they can keep Eli Nix down on the passing end and keep Pimentel down enough for Heritage Christian, I think they can keep themselves in it and just keep yourselves in this ball game. If you're in the ball game in the second half, I think Covenant Christian's going to feel good about where they're at.
I think you're right about that, John. I cannot wait to see this game play out. We will take it to our PA address announcer here for the anthem. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff. Covenant Christian hosting Heritage Christian here on IndianaSRN.
On behalf of our administration, faculty, students, and families, we welcome you to tonight's matchup between the visiting Eagles of Heritage Christian High School and your own Covenant Christian High School Warriors. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask that all fans act responsibly and courteously to those around you. Abusive language or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and not welcome at IHSAA events. Let's afford the student athletes, coaches, officials, and your fellow fans the respect they deserve. And now we ask you to stand, if you are able, remove your hats for prayer, followed by our national anthem. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to gather and play this game. We pray that we would all glorify you in the way we conduct ourselves, and that you would keep everyone here safe. And we pray in the name of Jesus, amen.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And welcome back. Covenant Christian, the host tonight, hosting Heritage Christian for this early season rivalry game on the west side of Indianapolis. First, I want to say that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker, Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Also, Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab for more info. We're back. The opening coin toss here will decide who gets the ball first on this opening night.
You were doing the promo for the Indiana sports page. I want to congratulate IndianaSRN's own Troy Darengowski on 40 years of broadcasting this year. A phenomenal feat and to a great man. Congratulations to Troy.
A great broadcaster, but as you said, an even better guy. If you've had the chance to listen to Troy, see one of his broadcasts, you know how outstanding he is on the mic. But if you got to know him in person, just an even better person. And, yeah, congratulations, Troy, on 40 years. No small feat. And you're great for the game and great for athletics.
I believe he's out at Beech Grove tonight on our SRN broadcast out there, covering the Beech Grove Greenfield Central game.
Another great opening night game here on IndianaSRN. And right here, coaches delivering their final messages, players huddled up. What's being said inside that huddle, John?
Well, just the final, he's out. He's like, here's the first of 48 minutes of the season. Let's just go out and play our best and see what happens.
Looks like Covenant will be kicking off to start the season.
I must say I'm very glad we still have a regular kickoff rule as opposed to that new kickoff rule of the NFL.
And at some point, John, I'm going to ask you to break down the NFL rule and explain it in full detail so that the viewers at home know what they're getting into. NFL kicking off here in just a short time as well, about 10 days away. Yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm watching yet. I haven't been able to tune into a lot of preseason football, but I know it's strange. I know there's a lot of talk around that opening kickoff.
It's definitely going to be one of those to get used to, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But
and tonight, you'll notice we're working without numbers on the field. We will do our best to keep you up to speed on our yard lines. Field looking great, though. They've done a great job getting the field ready for tonight's game. And we are about set to get things started. That's Henry Schaefer back to kick for Covenant. You can feel the excitement. And we're off. 2024 season has begun. And a nice return there for Heritage Christian. Looks like we had Nick Dearman on the return.
Yeah, nice little return there. So good starting field position for Heritage Christian to begin this game.
And we'll start things off from the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Heritage.
And you're going to see him go right for Pimental, I think, on this opening drive, Heritage Christian.
Experienced quarterback in the backfield, Eli Nix, will start things off under center. 6'2 junior, he comes in at 185. He'll go with the keeper, and he's stuffed in the backfield.
Yeah, great play there. The early quarterback sneak, but Covenant Christian not fooled at all, and they're going to need some more of those tonight against there. If they can get some defensive stops like that, they can keep themselves in this.
And that was Micah Dowdle getting into the backfield early. That's what you like to see if you're Covenant. Some penetration on the line and an early loss. And that's a toss. There he goes. He's not going to go down. That's a Heritage Christian touchdown. And there's that guy. It's Elijah Pimental with the early score. That's exactly what you don't want if you're Covenant Christian.
Yeah, they got that big stop on first down, the quarterback sneak, but right there, Pimental takes it 66 yards to the house on the second play of the game for Heritage Christian. Great start.
Yeah, Coach Cottle had mentioned before the game it was all about trying to contain Pimental. There he was able to get away, and he takes it to the house for the first score of this season. We're not even a minute in yet, and Heritage Christian is on the board. That'll be Isaac Pimental back to attempt the point after. We've got the play blown dead.
Flag on the play.
I think I had somebody jump on the extra point there, Zach, I believe.
As we await the call. First game, not unusual to see a lot of yellow flags on the field.
Yeah, in first game you usually see the penalties start to stack up there, some things to clean up there, but yeah.
We're still trying to sort out what exactly happened on that play, and I think we're just going to try it again. So again, that's Isaac Pimental, freshman, to attempt the point after. That kick is good. Heritage Christian converts the point after. They've got the quick early lead. We'll take a break here on IndianaSRN.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
We're back at Covenant Christian. Zionsville West the scene. First possession, Heritage Christian 2 plays. It was Elijah Pimentel to the house and an early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, a great start for Heritage Christian. Like you said, in fact, the start you did not want for Covenant Christian. There are 2 plays into the game, and you give up a long touchdown run to Pimentel.
Covenant Christian will look to get things back on track, set to return this kick. Fielded at the 8-yard line. Finds a little daylight. And that was Henry Schaefer on the return for Covenant.
Yeah, nice job dodging tacklers there, getting himself a little extra yardage there as we look at that replay on that touchdown. And here you see Pimentel almost untouched. The whole 66 yards, just found those holes. And then once he got on that right side, he was gone. 66 yards right there.
Yeah, and already out of the gate, I see 13, Noah Dearman throwing a block out front. You like to see that early as well. Your receivers getting out there and blocking. First offensive snap of this young season for Covenant. And it's a handoff. And I think we're going to see a lot of shifting at quarterback tonight. Not sure how they'll settle. I know that listed as a starter was Blake Stewart, but there on that handoff was Zeb Cox. And he's going to stay in here on 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, I think Coach Cottle might see some rotation at quarterback tonight just to see what he has out there. Got a free 5 yards there as Heritage Christian jumped a little quick.
That'll help settle things down. I know we talked a little bit in the pregame how you want to get things started, but you've got a freshman QB. How are you looking to get things settled here in the first quarter? What kind of plays are you drawing up?
Yeah, there you see a direct handoff right there to Dowdell, but yeah, it's going to be just looks like a little bit of a work in progress here. You know, it looks like they're going to have Dowdell take the majority of the plays right now until they get a little bit settled there at the quarterback position.
Yeah, starters for Covenant on the offensive end. On the line, it's Jackson Roars, Aiden Briggs, Isaac Lamont, Blake Boston, and Reese Tincher. They've got Zeb Cox at quarterback, Jeremiah Dowdell, and Bryce Egan in the backfield with receivers Sam Lyons, Noah Sabri, and Caleb Jankowski. Speaking of one of those receivers, he's able to get it outside. He's signaling first down. I don't know if he has enough. That was Sam Lyons on the reception.
Yeah, nice job there by Cox finding his receiver there, Lyons. Looks like they're about 2 yards short here. The yard marker shows 3rd down, Zach. I believe this is 4th down.
I do believe it's 4th down, and the first decision of the young season. They're going to go with the punt. Clean snap. And a good boot, especially when you get that 20-yard roll after the fact. They'll down it They're at about the 22-yard line. 26, excuse me.
Yeah, I think Covenant was debating on going for it there this early in the game, 4th down, first quarter. That made the right decision there in putting that football away.
And they'll give the ball right back to that Heritage offense. Heritage Christian starters tonight on the line: Sam Utzig, Maddox Morgan, Nate Turpin, Jalen Beeks, and Seth Hout. They've got experience at the quarterback position with Eli Nix, and running back as well, Elijah Pimental. And then their receivers, Noah Dearman, Tyson Powles is here. It's Pimental getting it to the outside. The other receivers starting tonight, Chase Whalen and Andrew Sloan.
Yeah, nice job there by the Covenant defense, holding Pimental to a minimal gain there on 1st down.
A lot of Covenant's starters, especially on the line, will be going both ways this evening, as we've got Nix in the shotgun. Nice play out to Noah Dearman.
Yeah, picking up a 1st down there for Heritage Christian. Nix finding his open man there.
Only a sophomore is Dearman, but he's got some size, 6'3", 175. That's tough to deal with on the outside at the high school level. Nice play there. And there goes Nix, quarterback keeper. He's got another 1st down and more.
Yeah, you're going to see Nix do a lot of this as well. He's got that dual threat ability. Covenant has to be alert for that as well.
And it looks like Heritage Christian also going with some hurry up here early.
That's definitely going to be 15 yards on that one there. Really no other option, though, because the defender was beat right there.
Yeah, and you could almost see that developing. The ball in the air, feet get tangled. It's going to be 15 against the defense again. That was Nix looking for Dearman the 2nd time on this possession. He's gone for the sophomore receiver. Sometimes when you're beat as that cornerback, not always the worst thing in the world to draw that pass interference penalty.
It's one of those, I don't want to say good penalties, but it's a penalty because that looked like it was going to be 6 points if he doesn't commit that penalty right there. So that saved your team right there, actually, by committing that penalty.
Slows that tempo down just a bit, and it'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. And Nix dropped the ball initially, but turns it into something. He gets about 13 on the play, but we do have a flag down at the end.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a busted play there, and Nix ended up making a good gain out of that, but it's coming back on a hold, I believe.
That's going to be holding on Covenant, so we'll bring that back, see exactly where they bring that ball back to.
Yeah, for people that don't follow high school football on a regular basis, this is one of those different than it's 10 yards from the spot in high school, not 10 yards from the original line of scrimmage.
With that foul occurring near the 1st down yard to gain, they'll move it back, and we'll have about 1st and 11. 27. That's Pimental again. He finds space up the right side. He's in again. Touchdown, Heritage Christian.
Boy, what an athletic player this Pimental is for Heritage Christian. Yeah, just dodging off those defenders and getting Heritage Christian their 2nd touchdown of the game.
Boy, 5 minutes in, do you think they're excited about what they have early with Eli Pimental?
Yeah, well, like I said, we saw him last week in the scrimmage, and we're very impressed with what we saw, and he's taken over right where he left off in that scrimmage a week ago. 96 yards on 3 plays so far for Pimental.
Not a bad way to start your junior season if you're Mr. Pimental. The other Mr. Pimental back to kick. The referees look at each other. They say it's good. And that's 14 quick points for Heritage Christian. We will be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back. Just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to us by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors. In Indiana, nothing runs like a deer. Give us a call today at 317-849-0810.
Well, about as good of a start as you could ask for if you're Heritage Christian. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns, and very quick drives as well.
Covenant Christian, they knew it would be a challenge getting in front of Pimental and keeping him contained. They're just trying to figure out exactly what to do to get that offense slowed down, but now it's time for them to take control, and that ball hit the pylon. I'm seeing touchback signaled, but I'm also seeing a flag down.
Yeah, I think they're saying it went out at the 1-yard line. So they're going to move it out to the 35.
Now, my eyes could have deceived me, but I thought we had a slight tip of the ball as it rolled by, and then the ball running into the pylon.
Yeah, now if that's the case, yeah, Covenant Christian would be, if they call that out of bounds, you're going to see have the ball about the half-yard line as opposed to the 35.
Most likely that's what's being discussed here by our crew.
Here's that last touchdown run by Pimental. And again, this time you saw Covenant get to him, just unable to bring him down, and Pimental takes it the rest of the way.
Pimental able to break that first tackle, really get through the line. Beautiful finish.
I think there's still a little bit of confusion here as to what exactly they have called here.
First down, Covenant at their own 35-yard line.
Final ruling, touchback. Or a kick out of bounds, I suppose. Yeah, excuse me. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for Covenant. So they did rule that that ball went out of bounds, untouched by the returner. And Covenant will get things going with their second offensive possession of the evening. Again, it's Zeb Cox taking the snap. And he's going to keep it and, wow, get absolutely leveled. And they're going to throw a flag there.
Yeah.
That hit was leveled by Samson Rook, a 5'9 junior.
Yeah, a little high on the hit there, and that's going to cost Heritage Christian 15. But I like the run there. Saw he had nothing down the field looking to pass the ball, and saw he had a little bit of a lane and got his team extra yardage, and then 15 tacked on here at the end.
Personal foul on Heritage Christian.
So it'll be a personal foul. Now, high school rules, they give us that targeting signal. We still get to keep Sampson in the game. Okay. So we're all the way at the 50-yard line already after one play. Excuse me, the 48-yard line.
That looks like Heritage got a little aggressive there and jumped the gun a little quick there.
Yeah, and you like to see that too from your freshman quarterback, drawing the opposing team off sides. Zeb Cox with the hard count there.
Second offsides penalty defensively so far for Heritage Christian.
Should only be 5 yards, and we'll have a 1st and 5.
Now the Covenant's on Heritage Christian's side of the field for the first time. Let's see if they can take advantage.
And in the backfield, it's sophomore Owen Halen. Nice pitch and catch to the outside.
I like what I've seen out of Cox so far, though. He's been making some. He saw he doesn't have anything and just waits till the perfect time and finds his receivers.
And a little pause there, but that was Sam Lyons on the reception. Some much-needed senior leadership, perhaps, out of Lyons this year. He is one of the seniors on this Covenant team. 5'10", 160. They're able to haul it in.
Looks like Heritage bringing the house here.
And a nice play there. Again, that's Samson Rook. I have a feeling we're going to be calling his name a lot tonight. Able to make the tackle. That was Owen Halen, the ball carrier.
Yeah, you can see Heritage thought that was going to be a run play there, and they brought the house right there, and they guessed correctly. It ended up a 5-yard loss right there.
3rd down and 7. Coming up here for the Warriors. And they're still going with Zeb Cox and Owen Halen. That running back position. That's Sam Lyons in motion. And that's a big sack. That was Cole Hunt and Sam Utzig pairing up for that tackle.
Yeah, Heritage brought the blitz again. There's absolutely nothing Cox could do right there. And unfortunately, the drive stalls right there for Covenant after a promising start.
Had some movement there, but again, as you say, they'll bring out Henry Schaefer to punt this ball away. So 2 defensive possessions for Heritage Christian and 2 stops. Fairly decent punt. As it gets inside the 20, it'll go out of bounds around the 18-yard line. When we come back, Heritage Christian will take it. And when we come back, that'll be right now. Our game tonight is brought to us by the Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. Call us today at 317-472-7600.
Well, Heritage right back out there on offense, and I have a feeling they're going to go right back to Pimental as they've done the first 2 drives of this game.
They've had 2 fairly short drives to start the game. This time they'll have to go a bit further. But I'm thinking like you. I think we're going to get a steady dose of Pimental here to start this drive.
Very, very important for Covenant to get a stop defensively here. Don't want this to get further than what it is right now.
That's Pimental looking for room on the right side. He's got more space.
I think we're going to have a hold in the backfield here, though, I believe.
He was brought down that time by Reese Tincher for the Warriors, but as you said, we'll see where we land after this flag is explained.
So that's going to, I believe, put Penn Heritage Christian inside their 10-yard line.
They'll move it back and they'll redo first down. Now inside their own 10-yard line.
One thing that has not gone for Heritage Christian in the first quarter, that is their 4th penalty in this first quarter.
Always a lot to work on, a lot to clean up in the early stages of a season. Heritage Christian no different in that regard, working through some kinks here early. It's a quarterback keeper. That's Eli Nix. He can go. He won't go, but he'll get a big gain. Pushed out of bounds by Noah Sebri. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, you can see the Covenant defense was all focused on Pimental there, and Nix took full advantage with that area on the right-hand side.
Nice explosion, too, to get to that second level. They're going to be real dangerous if they can get him going along with Pimental. 1st and 10. Here as we hit the 4-minute mark in the first quarter. And he goes out wide again, this time to Dearman. Be enough for another first down.
Yeah, nice to have that. I've mentioned that dual threat quarterback getting it done both ways here for Heritage Christian, Eli Nix.
And that's Nix on the keeper. Another big chunk. 11 more yards. They'll move the chains again.
Yeah, Nix getting this done almost himself right here on this drive for Heritage Christian offensively.
That almost seemed like a busted play, but by design, or what happened there at the snap?
Yeah, I think it looked like there was some miscommunication there on the Covenant defense as well.
Oh, some pressure. Gets to Nix this time, and he goes down.
Oh, yeah, defensive play Covenant Christian had to have right there, able to get to Nix right there.
Nice play. I think that was Tyson Hall who wrapped him up. Loss of 3 on the play. Wasting no time is Heritage Christian. They're ready to go again.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of this no huddle on the offensive side.
That's Pimental breaking a tackle at the line. Loses the helmet. Be careful, young man. He'll be tackled, but not before he gets another first down.
Yeah, Pimental's going to have to come off here for a play since he lost the helmet.
He may be, we'll see if they give it to him. He's either first down or just shy. Okay.
It needs about a yard, yeah, a couple of yards. That puts Pimental over 100 yards rushing here, and we're still in the first quarter.
Good pace if you're Pimental. You like those numbers.
On
early.
pace for 400 yards rushing.
Another keeper for Nix. He's got some room on the left side. He's got one to beat. He'll get in for another touchdown. Heritage Christian. They're making it look easy right now, John.
Yeah, 3 plays or 3 drives and 3 touchdowns, and they march right on down the field on all 3 of those, and Nix finishes the job himself on that one.
It's a well-oiled machine out of the gate for Heritage Christian, as Isaac Pimental will come on for his 3rd PAT of the night. Tyson Powles will be your holder. Kick is on its way, and it's good. 21-0 lead here early. Still 2 minutes remain in this first quarter. We'll be right back. It's Friday Night Football, IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
We're back, getting ready for the kickoff here. Heritage Christian has already scored 3 touchdowns. This will be their 3rd kickoff of the evening. Just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. As we get this kickoff return, he finds a hole on the left side. He'll be taken down. But again, Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for a new build, an upgrade, or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermakers Union Local 374 to do your job right the first time.
Oh, look at this run here when Nix just finishes off this last touchdown drive himself. That was a quarterback play all the way, and Nix finishes it off right there.
One thing that pops out to me, just clean blocking. I don't think he was touched till the 1-yard line. Making it look easy right now are the Eagles.
Covenant's going to take a timeout here. It didn't look like they had the right offense out there.
All right, we've got a timeout. We'll take a quick break. It's IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Just a reminder, tonight's game brought to you by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811. Covenant looks to regroup. Down early, it would be nice to settle things down with a nice long scoring drive.
Yeah,
here.
It's important for them to have a nice little long drive there. A bad snap right there.
Bad snap, and he makes the right call to fall on it. They're going to throw the flag there again. That's Samson Rook flying in from the backfield. They're going to hit him with a late hit there, I think.
Yeah, and if they do, that's just one of those penalties. You just a little bit undisciplined right there. You got to know when to lay up there.
How hard is it to hold up as a player when you see that ball on the turf and get by your blocker?
Yeah, I know. It's one of those things, you know, you want to make the play right there, but the play was already gone, the bad snap. That's one of those you just got to know to just have a little bit of discipline, just like, yeah, I got to stop it right there. So that just cost my team 15 yards.
Referees doing a good job tonight as well. Been hit with some tough calls early.
The Covenant's going to end up only losing about 2 yards out of this. Got a score on one of our games over the SRN network here between 2 top 10 teams. Triton Central's jumped out to a 14-0 lead over Batesville.
Really good start for Triton Central as well.
First down, Covenant with 6 yards to go.
Actually, they're going to end up picking up 4 yards out of that. Now 43 penalty yards against Heritage Christian in this first quarter.
Again, as you mentioned, high school rules a bit different. Not an automatic first down on the personal foul, but a gain of 15, which is why we have the 1st and 6. Cox drops back. I think they got that arm moving forward. I can hear whistles blowing that.
Yeah, they're going to throw
dead.
grounding, I think, though. There wasn't a receiver in the area.
And they are going to get him, it looks like, with intentional grounding. And that is the call.
Yeah, there are a couple things there. There was not really a receiver in the area, plus it didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. That carries a loss of down as well.
Big penalty. They'll lose the down and back up.
Yeah, they'll put it from where the penalty was committed. Looks like a little bit of confusion again. First game for the officials as well. It's going to take a little bit. It's going to take a game or so to get in your season form here.
What I like that the officials have done tonight, they've taken time to make sure they get the calls right, discussing everything. It's worked out well so far. As Cox finds a receiver, that's Caleb Jankowski, who's able to get some positive yardage and a positive play for Covenant.
Yeah, nice job there finding his receiver to make it a 3rd and manageable now for Covenant.
Another big 3rd down for the Warriors. They'll line up with 4 receivers. Cox will drop it down, but it's not going to be enough. That's Jeremiah Dowdle, who was able to receive that pass, but immediately stopped again. It's Samson Rook, along with one of his teammates, getting the stop in the backfield. Another nice stand for Heritage Christian.
Yeah, looks like they had that play read right there all the way. A little screen pass to Dowdle. Heritage Christian right there defensively.
And that'll bring out Schaefer again to punt the ball back to the Eagles.
Heritage Christian should get very good field position out of this.
Oh, nice pressure there. That was Cole Hunt breaking through the line. Made Schaefer just a bit uncomfortable, forced the shank punt.
That is 35-yard line. Is that where they're putting this?
That's where they're putting it. They'll only get a net of about 10 yards out of that punt. Heritage Christian will take over.
Yeah, very short field this time for Heritage Christian.
And like I mentioned earlier, Heritage is running that up-tempo offense. Hasn't given me a lot of time to name our Covenant defensive starters, but I'll go through them. It's Micah Dowdell, Isaac Lamont, Jackson Roars, Reese Tincher, and Sam Lyons, alongside Bryce Egan, Blake Boston, and Owen Howland, with our DBs Jeremiah Dowdell, Noah Sebri, and Henry Schaefer. That's Andrew Sloan getting his first reception on the evening.
Yeah, first time we've seen Sloan out there tonight, and it makes a good play. Nice little 5-yard gain there on first down.
Not that Nix has had a hard time finding his rhythm, but a nice little play to find your quarterback some rhythm. Short pass. They'll do a play action. They'll try it again. And that's Dearman.
Yeah, this time Covenant right there defensively. Now, I believe this is the first time they've had Heritage Christian into a third down situation.
It is, and that tackle was made by Owen Howland, the 5'8" sophomore, getting his first tackle on the evening.
See if they get a play off here before the quarter ends. Doesn't look like it.
They're able to get it off, and there's that man. It's Elijah Pimental. He's just a kid, but he's running like a man tonight. He gets another first down. We've reached the end of one. Heritage Christian has got the early lead. You're watching Friday Night Lights, Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back, quarter 2. Just a reminder, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Make a Difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org and directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunity for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. All right, John, first quarter, it was all Heritage Christian. What have you seen so far from both squads?
Yeah, I mean, how can you? I mean, Heritage Christian very, very impressive on the offensive side there. Pimental and then Eli Nix doing his work as well. 210 yards offensively in that first quarter for Heritage Christian.
210 yards. That's the kind of start you'd like to draw up if you were going to say how you wanted the game to go. And they'll start this quarter from the 16-yard line, again threatening as we move into the second quarter. If you're Covenant, what do you have to adjust to in order to slow this offense down?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're just going to have to somehow, some way kind of hold that running game down, because Heritage Christian, it has just been a clinic on the running game. So they're just going to have to find somehow, some way, find a defense in there that can put a little bit of, hold this running game down here.
And everybody looks in rhythm right now. Eli Nix been able to find receivers, both Andrew Sloan, Noah Dearman. He's been able to hand it off to Elijah Pimental, who's been getting the job done on the ground. We'll see if it continues here in quarter 2. That's Nix back to pass. He's looking for the end zone. I think that's intercepted. Let's see if they say he got a foot down.
Yes, he does.
Big play from Noah Seabury. That might be just what the doctor ordered if you're Covenant Christian.
Exactly what they needed. Getting that big turnover right there to keep Heritage Christian off the board as we look at this replay. Nix thought he saw a man in the corner, but right there defensively, just coming down inbounds with that right foot.
Beautiful read, beautiful play from the 5'10 junior, Seabury. One of the fun things, I would think, playing for Covenant Christian, especially if you're someone like Noah Seabury, you make that pick, guess what? You get to go right back out and play receiver on the next possession.
Right back out there on the offensive end, yeah. See if he can carry that momentum here on this drive offensively.
Looks like they might have him out for one play, but he'll no doubt be a factor as that's Zeb Cox in the backfield, and we're going to have a flag. False start on the offense.
Yeah, I think Covenant Christian mistimed the snap right there. Unfortunately, cost them 5 yards right there. Their fourth penalty.
Offense has looked not completely in sync for Covenant thus far. To be expected, I think, with a young quarterback, young backfield.
Yeah, still a little bit of work in progress here, just to kind of test out what you have here. Covenant's, or I'm Heritage Group in the house again, looks like.
Nice rollout and a completion. He's able to find his receiver. That's Jankowski, his second catch of the night.
Yeah, good job there by Heritage Christian defense. There was really nothing there, and Covenant just got what they could there, a 4-yard pickup on first down.
Also maybe what you'd expect, Heritage Christian not holding back with the pressure early. They're forced Cox to slide out to the right, dump it off to Jankowski. Ball on the 19-yard line for this 2nd and 11 play. More pressure, and this time he goes down. That's the tandem, Cole Hunt, Samson Rook. They get to the quarterback. That's a loss of 10.
Yeah, nothing Cox could do right there. Heritage just had 3 coming right at him, just nowhere he could go there, and they've got a 3rd and long now for Covenant. Wouldn't surprise me to see Heritage bring the house again, see if they can force maybe a safety since they have them inside the 10-yard line.
See if they'll test that freshman QB. We'll see what Coach Cottle can draw up here. 3rd and 21. Empty backfield. 5 receivers set. They do bring pressure. He's got one in the air, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. Intended for Jankowski. Not able to reel that one in. Again, it was pressure. They got to Zeb Cox in the backfield.
Well, I tell you what, with that pressure Heritage brought, Cox is lucky that just fell harmlessly incomplete because there were 2 Heritage defenders right there.
And that will bring out the punter again. It's Schaefer. Last time Cole Hunt was able to get some pressure in that backfield on the punt, and we had a shank out of bounds. We'll see if Schaefer can get one off clean here.
They have to punt from the end zone here, so Heritage should get good field position again.
They did get pressure, but a good punt by Schaefer. And that ball's going to bounce as well. And it'll come to a stop right at midfield, which makes this a good time to remind you that tonight's game is brought to us by Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehousing fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call us today, 317-396-1023.
Well, let's see how Heritage plays this, see if we go right back to Pimenthal here, or if they go to a big dose of the running game here as well on this drive as well.
It feels like that dam is holding back water, and they're just trying to keep it back right now is Covenant Christian. Able to get a huge interception on the last possession. And like you said, it's right back to Pimenthal. He finds a hole on the right side. He's got space. He's taking it down. He's inside the 20. He'll be brought down by a group of Warriors, but not before he gets a gain of over 30 yards.
Boy, the athleticism on Pimentel is just so impressive. So hard to bring down.
34 yards to be exact. It'll be 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. And they'll try it again, this time to the left side. He meets resistance. He's going to reverse it back to the right. He finds more space. Not quite in, but he gets inside the 5-yard line this time. It'll be another 1st down.
Boy, right when it looked like they were going to hold him for a considerable loss there, he turns that into a 14-yard gain.
And you see some heads hanging there on the Covenant side. I don't blame him. It's tough when you play perfect positional defense, but the athleticism of Pimentel, he's able to reverse field and make something out of nothing.
And I have a feeling he's going to get it right back here to try to finish this drive.
They'll spot the ball at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal. They'll work on that QB sneak. Why not? We'll see if they think the knee was down before that ball crossed the plane. No signal yet.
They're marking him just short, I think. No, now they say touchdown, I think. One said touchdown and one said down.
And it was hard to tell from our angle, but I do think you are correct. You are, and that's a touchdown, the 4th of the night for Heritage Christian. That's Eli Nix with the keeper, his 2nd touchdown of the evening. Gives another opportunity for Isaac Pimentel to attempt the PAT. That's Eli Nix, the holder.
That running game just been so impressive for Heritage Christian tonight.
And the PAT is good. We're at 8:42 remaining in this first half. You're watching Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
And welcome back. Heritage Christian on the board again. They lead this one 28-0. Just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to you by Dynamark. Since 1972, the Fulner family has established and built upon the Dynamark printing business in Indianapolis. Whether it's about signboard design, mailing design, graphic design, or commercial printing, apparel printing, custom labels, and promotional items, all your advertising requirements will be met by us. Call us today at Dynamark, 317-328-2555. Full head of steam on that return. It was Henry Schaefer able to find a few yards on the left side. As we take a look at that last QB sneak.
Now here's Nix finishing off, just able to get that ball across the goal line there, and the 4th touchdown of the half for Heritage Christian.
Now inside the 2, up 21-0. You've obviously got Pimentel back there who you know can carry the ball. Going QB sneak, are you just seeing what kind of yardage you're going to get with your quarterback early, knowing what you can keep in the back pocket for later?
Yeah, I mean, with a comfortable lead like this, there's really at this point, just keep it on the ground. It's been working all game to see what you can get.
Nice finish from Nix. And it's Zeb Cox with the handoff. This time it's Jeremiah Dowdell able to find a little bit of space on that right side.
Again, a 3-yard gain there for Dowdell on first down.
And it will be a gain of 3. That ball spotted on the 28-yard line. 2nd and 8, excuse me. More pressure coming. And that pass complete. Tyson Hall, the receiver, again able to find a small chunk of yardage.
Yeah, again, Heritage Christian, again, good job there on that defensive play, forcing another 3rd and long here for Covenant.
They're trying to get Zeb Cox a little bit of room to work. The play action, just all the holes, all the gaps are closing quickly right now for Covenant Christian. And Cox complete. That's Tyson Hall again. He's going to be just short of the first down, but a nice gain there on 3rd.
And I have a feeling you're in a, with the score like it is, just needing about a half yard, I have a feeling you're going to see the offense stay out here for Covenant Christian.
And it looks like they want to talk about it. We've got a timeout on the field. Take a quick break. This is IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
We're back. Just a reminder, you can catch all the action on HCAC Division III football beginning September 21st. Tune into IndianaSRN and HCAC TV for 3 big games: Hope versus Rose-Hulman, Adrian versus Franklin, and Kalamazoo versus Manchester. Don't miss the excitement and the intensity of Division III football. Be there, be ready. Huge play for Covenant Christian as we return 4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. They'll hand it off. They'll get the first down. Big pickup there from Dowdell, and they'll keep the chains moving.
Yeah, nice job there for Covenant Christian. 4th down, getting that first down, keeping the chains moving, and keeping their offense out there, giving their defense a little bit more of a breather here.
Second first down of the evening. That's a big one there. Keep that clock moving. Keep Heritage Christian off the field.
Got an update on one of the scores I was telling you about. Triton Central and Batesville have reached the half. 14-7 Triton Central.
That swing pass out to the left side is complete. That's Sam Lyons. A little bit of room.
Again, minimal yardage there. Heritage Christian again right there. Seems like Heritage Christian defensively in that first half just been a little bit one step ahead so far of that offense for Covenant.
One step ahead, and you can see Covenant Christian is getting a little bit going. They're starting to complete some passes, get the ball out in space. There's just nothing there once they get the ball out to those receivers. Credit to Heritage Christian, like you said. They've been bringing it all evening, and that's a fumbled snap, and that'll be a loss. Cox starting to feel some of that pressure pre-snap as Heritage continues to crowd the line.
Yeah, Cox unfortunately there with that botched snap and has Covenant into a 3rd and long here.
3rd and 16, see if they can't get a chunk of this yardage back and at least force a decision. 4th down. Cox handles that snap a little low. That was Noah Seabury with the reception. But again, swarmed by a pack of Eagles.
Yeah, again, just nowhere to go there. And now on 4th down, I think you're going to see Covenant punt the ball. This is just too far to try and maneuver any kind of decision here.
It's Henry Schaefer, he's back out. Been a bit busy this evening. He'll be punting from his own 36. It's a low line drive. See if that ball will roll a little bit. And they'll take that. Heritage Christian will take over with 4:26 remaining in this first half. Feeling pretty good about things as they get the ball again. Hoping to put at least one more score on the board before halftime.
Yeah, or see if Heritage Christian stays with this running game that has been so successful here in this first half. Pimentel right back there in the backfield as well.
Dearman lined up near side. Nix to take the snap. It's a toss to Pimentel. This time he's wrapped up early by Bryce Egan.
Yeah, limiting Pimentel that time for Covenant.
Even Pimentel, he's getting that downhill gear going. Taking contact, that time fell forward 3 or 4 yards. Those yards add up. This time Nix will roll out to his right. Doesn't like what he sees. He's going to tuck it and run, and he's got some space. And a nice shoestring tackle. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle there by Jeremiah Dowdell. Again, Nix gets loose.
Yeah, you saw Nick saw he had nothing there, so saw the open field, and a great job by his line to give him that time as well.
And it's Pimentel. He's got room on the left side. That closes down quickly, and another nice tackle again from Dowdell.
Yeah, Covenant Christian's done a nice job last couple times. Pimentel limiting him, not letting him get off on a big one again.
It'll be 2nd down and 5, this time from the 34-yard line. Nix looking deep over the top. That's going to be just short. That pass intended for Tyson Powles. Just underthrew him a bit.
Yeah, Nix missed him a little bit there. And now Covenant has Heritage backed up into a 3rd down here again.
We've got an injury on the field. We'll step away. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Had a brief injury timeout. Owen Howland, the 5'8 sophomore, was down, but he's back up and walking to the sideline. Glad to see that. Looks like he's going to be okay. And we'll resume play here in just a moment. Big third down coming up here for Heritage Christian. Covenant really needs a stop if they're going to stay in this one.
Yeah, very important for them to get here. You've got them forced into a third down here, and you know the Covenant is thinking 4-down territory for Heritage Christian. I got some movement here.
A big penalty there on Covenant. It's going to be 5 yards for the offsides.
Yeah, I just got a little excited there and mistimed the jump. And Heritage Christian is going to get a first down out of this, I do believe. Well, about a half a yard, I guess.
There's the handoff, the bread and butter. He's got room. He'll be taken down, but not until he gets a first down. It's Elijah Pimental.
Yeah, Pimental once again finding that hole, getting that first down carry.
Heritage been quick to the ball all night. They'll snap it again. Rolling to the right is Nix. He's found his receiver. Makes one man miss. I think he's going to be just shy. That's Noah Dearman. They're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Heritage Christian.
Yeah, I thought it was with you. I thought he was down about the 1 yard line there, but they're going to say, I think they're saying he stretched the ball out across that end zone.
Definitely deserved to get that touchdown with that effort.
And look at it again here. You see Nix sees Dearman down the field there. Able to reach out across the goal line there. 5th touchdown of the half for Heritage Christian.
First receiving score of the night for the Eagles. The extra point from Pimental is good, and he's 5 for 5 on the night. Nice start for his kicking season. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
We're back. Late stages of the first half here on the west side of Indianapolis. It's Covenant Christian hosting Heritage Christian. Right now, it's all Eagles. They lead this one 35-0, and it's been largely on the back of their running game, John.
Yeah, definitely. The running game's definitely been the difference on this one. 4 rushing touchdowns. And, yeah, over 250 yards of offense rushing the ball here in the first half. It's been very, very impressive on the offensive side for Heritage Christian.
And if you're Covenant, we knew they were coming in with young players on the offensive side. They're just looking to get something going here going into halftime.
Yeah, they're just looking at like the right blend here. Yeah, just build yourself a little bit of momentum, see if they can get a nice little drive here offensively here to end the first half. And it's important Covenant to see if they can keep the ball for the remainder of this half as well, because they are going to get the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, nice Returning a nice tackle as well. Jonah Hufford there with the stop on that return for Heritage Christian. Covenant Christian takes over, 2:16 remaining in the half. They'll be on their own 27. We'll look to get some kind of momentum going here before we hit the halfway mark on this beautiful summer evening. The first fall weekend of Indiana high school football. These early season games, you get a lot of beautiful backdrops, a lot of beautiful sunsets. It's no different tonight as we have that pass dumped off at Sam Lyons. Just nowhere to go. He's wrapped up by Brock Buckland.
Yeah, again, right there, Heritage Christian there defensively. Again, just nothing going for Covenant. They just can't find the right spark there offensively. Got a whistle here.
Referees are calling my time. Something they need to discuss, perhaps a clock issue, maybe a player issue here. Not quite sure what's being discussed, but enough to have a pause in the action. But we're ready to go here.
I do like what you said earlier about the officials. They're getting together and discussing what's going on.
Boy, another tough snap. This time, Jeremiah Dowdell is able to fall on it and at least retain possession for Covenant. And I was wondering if we'd see, it looks like Covenant will burn their third timeout of the half. We'll stay here. They're backed up, ball on their own 19. Tough spot with the clock, too. Are they going to run the ball, try to run that clock? But Heritage Christian has timeouts. What are you saying here?
That's what I'm saying. This is a tough call here. I expect Covenant Christian to just keep this on the ground, but then again, you do take that chance as Heritage Christian take a timeout here to get the ball back and try and put another score on here before. Kind of a tough situation if you're Coach Cottle here for Covenant.
And early in the season, maybe not so much playing the how do we stay in this game win-loss wise, but let's work on our stuff and see if we can't find a rhythm.
Yeah, very important. You know, if you look at the score in this one, but it's very important to get a little bit of momentum going that way going forward. That way, starting next week, you can have that little bit of momentum that you build up from this game, that game going forward.
And we're ready to go. 3rd and 19 from the 19. Pressure from that right side. It's intercepted. It's going to go to the house. Pick 6 from Ryan Cowell. The 5'9" senior takes it all the way. Heritage Christian scores again, their 6th touchdown of the half.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Unfortunately, he just kind of threw that up there. And Heritage Christian right there as we look at the replay here.
Here on your near side, that's Ethan Minks, who's going to put pressure from the backside, allowing Ryan Cowell to get that pick.
And Cox will learn that as a freshman, he'll learn down the road. That's not a throw you want to make in that situation, just to have it up in the air there. Sometimes you just got to take your loss and just go down to prevent a situation like that.
6th PAT attempt of the night for Isaac Pimental. in the first unsuccessful attempt of the season.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been deflected.
We've got 1:05 remaining in the first half. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're watching Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back. Late stages of this first half here from Zionsville West Middle School, home of the Covenant Christian Warriors, taking on Heritage Christian this evening. It's been all Heritage Christian tonight. They've scored 6 touchdowns. They've been able to run the ball, they've been able to pass the ball, and they've even gotten a score on defense. They're just missing that special teams piece. And we'll see how the night plays out. We're going to get another kickoff here. It's Pimental. That's Schaefer on the return for Covenant.
Nice special teams coverage right there by Heritage Christian there to prevent a nice little run back there.
Yeah, I've been very impressed just all around with Heritage Christian tonight. Regardless, Covenant, obviously a young team, but Heritage has just come in here and looked sharp in all phases.
Yeah, both sides of the ball, offense, defense. Yeah, it has just been a phenomenal opener here for Heritage Christian. If they keep this up all year long, which I expect them to, you're going to see them make a deep run in 2A this year, I believe.
And one more opportunity here for this offense and quarterback Zeb Cox, his first high school start of what will surely be a long and storied career. As he gets going, nice handoff up the middle. There's some space this time for Jeremiah Dowdell. Finds some room.
He's going to give himself a first down there for Covenant Christian on that nice little run.
Third of the night.
Covenant Christian out of timeouts here. Let's see if they can stay content with the run game here.
That's another handoff to Dowdell. He's got more room on the left side. You can hear the crowd starting to get a little fired up. Back-to-back positive plays for first downs. And Covenant's got a little movement here towards the end of the half.
Yeah, getting up there to midfield here, and Covenant see if they can put a score on the board here before the first half expires.
Ball's at midfield. Something being worked out here. I believe that clock will start running on the referee's signal. I suppose with him going out of bounds, it may not run. Another nice completion. This time to Noah Sabri on the left side. Now that clock will run as he was unable to get out of bounds. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. 20 seconds remaining, and we'll get a spike from Cox.
Let's see, with 17 seconds here, time for about 2, maybe 3 plays here. So a passing play, you probably need to go to the sideline here.
Cox will roll out to his right, being chased by a pair of Eagles. He completes the pass. Was he able? Yes, he was able to get a foot down. Big completion. That's Tyson Hall. Multiple receptions on the evening. Adds another one to the total. 8 seconds left here in the half, and that clock is stopped.
Yeah, well done there by Hall, but a much better job there for Cox that time. He put it to where only his receiver was going to be the one to come up with the ball that time.
Ball on the 33-yard line. For sure, time for one play, maybe two.
Yeah, you can get a quick one here to the sideline here for two plays. It's going to have to be really quick, though.
No timeouts remaining for Covenant. Cox will look deep. That's another catch. And the clock stopped again. 2 seconds left. That's Caleb Jankowski. We've called his name a few times tonight.
I believe was able to get out of bounds, so that'll keep the clock stopped. So Covenant will have one more play here.
Ball will be spotted at the 11-yard line. Last play of the first half on this opening night. He's going to look for Jankowski again. He's got it. That's a touchdown. Covenant Christian at the buzzer.
Boy, what a drive for Covenant to end that first half and give themselves a little bit of momentum here.
What a catch from Jankowski. What a drive put together by Zeb Cox and the Warriors to finish this first half and get a little bit of momentum going into the locker room. And this will be Schaefer coming on for his first PAT attempt of this young season. Short hop. That kick does get up in the air. We've got a flag. We've got no signal yet from the officials. A lot going on that play.
Yeah, let's see what they spot here on this flag. Like a motion penalty of some kind.
So with a penalty on the offense, perhaps pre-snap, I guess we'll try this again.
We got offsetting fouls here.
So after all the dust settles, we'll try it again. Schaefer back for his first official attempt, and not yet. Almost ready. Referee signals that we're good to go. The snap is down. Another line drive from Schaefer, and it's no good. So that brings us to the end of the first half. Let's take one more look at this last catch from Jankowski.
Yeah, you see this great throw from Cox, and Jankow dual possession, always goes to the receiver. Touchdown to end the half for Covenant.
Great play to end the half. Covenant will take that momentum into the locker room. 41-6, Heritage Christian, your leaders going into this halftime break. You're watching Friday Football on IndianaSRN.
How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid's solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN. You are at halftime. It's Keith Myers along with Denny Tolles. He is the Wheeler Mission Community Enhanced Person, I think is a good title for you.
That sounds good.
Do you want me to give you another title other than that?
No, that's fine. That's a great one.
Halftime score 41-6, Heritage Christian. Denny joins us because Wheeler Mission has made a conscious effort to be involved in the community, and IndianaSRN is a proud partner with them, and they have sponsored us. I think this is your second or third year?
Third year. I believe this is our third year.
And high school sports has been very important to you because the format is there. The high school kids see what you guys do and get involved.
Yeah, we do. It has been, as I've told several people, it's such an untapped resource for us. The high school, even the middle school kids to be able to come and get involved in the community and know that they can make a difference. They don't have to have a PhD in theology to be able to make some sort of a difference in their community, and being able to come to Wheeler and to serve meals and to sort donations and do all kinds of things and be able to know, man, I really can make a difference. And once they do that in their younger part of their lives, then when they're in their 20s and their 30s and they're professional people, guess what? They come back, and then their kids come back. So it's great.
And both of these schools have been involved in providing meals for your community. And you said earlier off camera that 40% of your staff has been involved with this mission before they even stepped in as a employee.
Absolutely. They end up coming through our system, whether or not it was in the drug rehab or experiencing homelessness, and they redeemed, their life gets redeemed, and they themselves want to give back. And so it is just a joy for them to be able to share what they already know with our current guests there. And it's a great impact.
Talk a little bit why IndianaSRN did, though, Denny. I know you're involved with our IHSAA coverage, which we have 3 big games coming up in September in the 21st. But why IndianaSRN and why us and why now?
Well, number one, like we just talked about, being able to really inject what we do and make the younger kids aware of what we do. But the whole point of you all putting this stuff together is that the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles that may not be able to come to the game, they can still hear this and they go, hey, look, that's something we want to be involved in, especially when you give us the opportunity to come here and tell a little bit about our story and what we do and really the changed lives and the transformed lives that we are able to do at Wheeler Mission through what the community does, because we don't receive any government funding, so everything we get is from the community, individuals, churches, businesses, and we have to do our job well.
And great fundraisers. Talk a little about my favorite fundraiser, because I wanted to be the turkey 1 year. Just 1 year I want to be the turkey.
We can arrange that.
Okay,
we
great.
can arrange that. Yeah, we are getting ready to do our 22nd annual drumstick dash Thanksgiving morning at Broad Ripple. Two different the lengths of races. We even have a little gobblers run at the end.
That's the one I want to do this year.
Yeah, that's it. And we have got great support from so many people and individuals and businesses that have been long-standing supporters of that, and allows that to be just really our marquee event. Last year we had 15,500, and this was something that started when it started in 2003 was just a few hundred. So it has become to many people a family tradition on Thanksgiving morning, because they've already cooked their meal. They come home, and a lot of these people are ready, and they're on their way home by 11 o'clock in the afternoon, getting ready for a meal, and then they can sit down and watch football all day.
Yeah, they take over Broad Ripple for about 36 to 48 hours.
Absolutely.
These folks don't leave at 11 o'clock in the morning, though, folks. These guys leave about 5 o'clock in the evening to celebrate their Thanksgiving. Hey, we thank you for your time. I know you're going to be with us all year long. There's a lot of people that's going to be involved throughout the week. Throughout the week, we can explain some other things going on. They need your help. If someone wants to donate or someone wants to volunteer some time, they get a hold of you by the website?
They can get a hold of me through the website. Either they jump onto my email and send me something, or they can just call the main office, and they'll direct you right to me.
If you ever want to plan a golf outing, invite Denny, because he could shoot in the high 106 to 107, and you could probably finish second.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is the high score, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yes, that's what you want. Yes.
We'll take a break. When you come back, John and Zach joins you.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday night, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back!
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 160,000 participants here in Indiana who take part in high school sports.
Welcome back. It's halftime here on the west side of Indianapolis. Heritage Christian leads Covenant Christian 41-6. Just a reminder that tonight's game is brought to us by our sponsors, Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bartner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. We're about 11 minutes away from our second half kickoff. John, takeaways from the first half. Heritage Christians obviously built that big lead. Tell us about what you saw.
Well, I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, what a phenomenal first half offensively for Heritage Christian. Over 300 yards of offense, but I guarantee you Kyle Ray in that Heritage Christian locker room even though the score is what it is, he's not happy about that touchdown they gave up at the end of the first half. They let Covenant Christian drive right down the field there at the end of the first half. But outside of that, you can't really have any complaints of your Heritage Christian. And I liked what I saw on that last drive for Covenant Christian, getting a little bit of momentum going here and looking like they're getting a little bit more comfortable on the offensive side right now.
Yeah, all Heritage Christian first half. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk about keys to the second half and read some scores from around the state. You're watching Friday Night Football on IndianaSRN.
To you. Standing with us. You are truly making a difference in the lives of our neighbors in need.
And we're back, halftime of this Heritage Christian Covenant Christian rivalry game. First game, season opener for both squads. We've got scores to read from around the state. There's a lot of games tonight, a lot of teams in action. Obviously, a very busy evening with everyone getting this 2024 season started. We'll start with some local Central Indiana scores. First, Bishop Chatard leading Brebeuf Jesuit at the half, 23-14. Brownsburg is up 28-0 over Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger in the second quarter. In the second quarter as well, Carmel leads Homestead 10-3. Cascade is leading Indian Creek at the half, 14-10. And this one, a big score from Class 6A, Cathedral up in the third quarter over Ben Davis, 24-0. Kind of a surprising result there early. Also from 6A, Center Grove and Westfield locked in a battle, 21-20. Center Grove leads that one in the second quarter. We also have Fishers over North Central, 42-14 in the second quarter. Score from the south end of the state, Franklin 13, New Albany 6 at the half. Good to see Franklin off to a good start there. Franklin Central 45-0 over Perry Meridian at the half. Uh-oh. That one getting, well, high score early for Franklin Central. Frankton 8, Eastern Hancock 0 in the second quarter. And then we move down. On IndianaSRN, we've got Greenfield Central. They're up 36-8 over Beech Grove in the third quarter.
That's a shocking score there between two top 10 teams.
Yeah, I know both teams expecting big things this season. Great start for Greenfield Central as they jump out to a big lead. Some other scores of note. Hamilton Southeastern leads Fort Wayne Carroll 28-7. The battle of the Lawrence schools. Lawrence North leads Lawrence Central in the second quarter, 26-7. Also, we mentioned them pregame. Lutheran picking up where they left off, up 34-0 at the half over Crystal House.
Yeah, I think them moving up to 2A, I don't think they're going to lose a beat, though. I think they're going to be right there again at the end of the season.
Yeah, Perennial Power New Pal leads Kokomo 28-7 at the half. Noblesville over Mount Vernon, 21-10 at the half. You were at the Park Tudor scrimmage. They're playing Greenwood Christian tonight. No score on that game at the current time. Let's see here. We've got Ron Colley 31-0 over Southport at the half. Seymour leads Greenwood 20-13. And finally, as we move down, Warren Central, Fort Wayne Snyder, a nice Indy versus Fort Wayne showdown. They're locked at 0 in the second quarter. And then Whiteland leads Jeffersonville 7-0 at the half. We are only 6 minutes away from the opening kickoff of this second half. We will be right back with more football talk here on IndianaSRN.
We really focus on modern application development, DevOps, so automating the whole process of delivering your solution, and cloud architecture.
It's very important for mid to large companies to have cloud partners because you can't possibly have all the talent you need to address the complex ecosystem of the cloud.
We advise them on all parts of their business. And then when things are defined and we see a clear goal, CleanSlate also then goes and does the work.
We have a team that is very passionate about what they do. We love to solve complex problems, and there's a lot of companies out there that will avoid getting involved in those things, and I think that's why clients like to work with us.
Welcome back. Just a reminder to catch all the action on HCAC Division III football beginning September 21st. You can tune in to IndianaSRN and HCAC TV for 3 big games. That's Hope versus Rose-Hulman, Adrian versus Franklin, and Kalamazoo versus Manchester. Don't miss the excitement and intensity of Division III football. Be there, be ready. Again, that's September 21st. Tune in to IndianaSRN and HCAC TV. So, John, we're about 4 minutes away from the kickoff in this second half. It's been all Heritage Christian. Keys to this next half, first for Heritage Christian, what do they need to do to keep things moving in their direction?
Well, Heritage Christian, offensively, they've done everything they need to, and, I'm anxious to see, actually, if Coach Ray puts in his second string here in the second half, give them a little bit of action here, get them a little acquainted with regular season ball. And for Covenant Christian, I like what I saw on that touchdown drive at the end of the first half, and they're going to get the ball here to start the second half. Let's see if they can keep that offensive momentum going there.
It's not that you're not trying to win the game still if you're Covenant Christian, but perhaps more excited about the momentum you got going at the end of the half and just glad to see the offense get something going.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if you can keep this kind of offense going, it still gives you, even though this score may possibly be out of reach here in this one, it gives you a little bit of momentum going forward, and it'll make you better as the season goes on.
Yeah, an item of note, you did mention before the half that missed PAT will actually come into play here, keeping that score at a 35-point spread. That means that we will have a running clock here in the second half. We're only 3 minutes away from that kickoff. We'll take one more break and come back to summarize the second half and get things going. You're watching Friday Night Football, IndianaSRN.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
All right, we're back. 2 minutes on the clock, and then teams will come out, get a brief warm-up in as we see Heritage Christian take the field. Great first half for the Eagles. They're feeling great about things moving in to the second half, and I just want to take this moment to remind you that today's broadcast is a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. Made mention pregame, Covenant Christian moving up to 2A. Heritage Christian, not an unusual and unfamiliar opponent, but what will that adjustment be like this year for Covenant Christian?
Yeah, it's a step up going from 1A to 2A. Whoever's going to come out of that sectional 37 is definitely going to earn it, that's for sure.
We mentioned also pregame Heritage Christian this year. Perhaps a little bit of extra hunger considering the way that they ended their season last year. Maybe not surprising to the folks in Winchester, but definitely for Heritage Christian, you expect to go far every year. They're looking for an opportunity to do so this year, staying in that Class 2A. How do you see their season shaking out? Next week they'll play at home against Cecina. Then they'll go to Guerin Catholic. Some tough teams coming down the way.
Yeah, that's definitely that week 3 game, Heritage Christian and Guerin Catholic. That's going to be, I would guess, 2 top 10 teams by the time that game. That is going to be a whale of a game there, that Heritage Christian Guerin Catholic game in week 3.
And they'll move with their season. They'll have home games starting in September the 13th. They'll play Eastern Hancock before coming back next week to host Southport. They travel down south to Madison. That'll be a beautiful sight for that late September matchup. They'll play at LaPel before finishing the season at home against Culver, and then with a game against Purdue Poly before they move into that sectional, again, that we mentioned so tough, sectional 37 2A. All right, this time we will take one more break. We've got kickoff in 2 minutes. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort, fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there is just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
We're back, West Side, Indianapolis. We're a minute away from our second half kickoff. John, why don't you run down some of the stats that we had from our first half of action tonight?
All right, running down the action here in the first half for Heritage Christian, 306 total yards of offense, 263 of those on the ground with 4 touchdowns. Pimenthal, 176 yards rushing himself. Nix with 87 rushing and 43 passing. 3 touchdowns accounted for Nix and 2 for Pimenthal. And Covenant Christian ended up getting 80 yards passing out of Cox there in that first half with that last little touchdown there. So nice little bit of momentum there as Covenant Christian was struggling to get the yardage, but that nice little drive there at the end of the first half put them in a decent amount of yardage there with 80 yards passing there in that first half for the freshman.
Yeah, Zeb Cox able to get something going there at the end, and they'll get the ball to start this half and see if they can't get that momentum continued. After that last drive, scoring on the last play of the first half. Like what I saw there at the end of the half from Zeb Cox.
See Cox loosening up here, is getting ready to take the field here in the second half for Covenant.
And while we've been at break, a few updated scores. Bishop Chittard is leading Brebeuf Jesuit 30-14 now in the third quarter. Brownsburg continues to pour it on. Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger 45-0. They're still not at halftime yet. Carmel still locked in with Homestead 10-3 second quarter. Cathedral still all over Ben Davis 24-0 at the half.
Cathedral putting it on the defending 6A champions there in that first half.
And we knew there'd be a lot of fireworks in that one. Looks like it's all on the Cathedral side tonight. You know Ben Davis will get things going with their season as well. The defending state champs in 6A getting things started tonight. Guerin Catholic, we mentioned they're an opponent for Heritage coming down the way, leading McCutcheon 15-7. As we get set for this second half kickoff, one final update. The Lawrences are battling it out tonight. It's Lawrence North leading Lawrence Central before half there, 26-7. A reminder, we will have running clock in this half. And we'll get things started. This time, Owen Howland with the return. And it's Zeb Cox leading the offense back onto the field for the Warriors. They'll go with a 3-receiver set to start things off. Empty backfield, 4 receivers. And right out of the gate, we'll have a false start.
Yeah, it looked like a little miscommunication there on the offensive line there.
6th penalty for Covenant in this game.
6 penalties, keeping things somewhat under wraps so far. Not the worst penalty count. You'd, of course, like to see that as low as possible. They'll try it again. Fakes the handoff. He rolls right. That pass is in the air. It was there, just unable to connect. This time it's Caleb Jankowski, the intended receiver. Pass falls just short.
Yeah, Cox trying to find his defender there. A little bit underthrown there. An incomplete pass.
They'll bring up 2nd down and 15 from the 26-yard line. I know that we have running clock, but it doesn't feel like Covenant is completely out of it. You almost feel like if they were able to get a drive going here, things could get a little interesting. As Cox rolls right again, and he finds Jankowski again.
Yeah, nice find there to Jankowski. Nice little 6-yard pickup there. 3rd manageable here for Covenant.
Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Third down and 10 for the Warriors. They'll go 3 receivers lined up on the left side. That's Jeremiah Dowdell in the backfield. And he'll receive the handoff. Finds a little bit of wiggle room on the right side. Goes down for a gain of 3.
Interesting to see how Covenant plays this with the score
Like it is, I know you're on your own side of the field, but do you want to have your offense take a shot here on 4th and 7? We'll see.
I think so. I want to see him take a shot here. 4th and 7. Some of the bigger plays tonight, they've been rolling right and throwing it up to Jankowski. Let's see what they draw up on this 4th down play. It's Jankowski on the right side, and he's got a 1st down.
Yeah, well done there by Cox and Jankowski. Knew exactly where that 1st down marker was, and Cox found him right on that right sideline.
Some early season chemistry between the two. As another confidence-boosting 1st down pickup. Big for the freshman Psyche. Able to roll out and find his man open. That's Dowdell finding a little bit of space before being wrapped up by Cole Hunt.
Yeah, like you just said, Nag, it looks like as this game has gone on, Cox and Jankowski are starting to gel a little bit more and feeling a little bit more comfortable now with each other.
Some good size up front on that Heritage Christian defensive line. Cole Hunt wrapping up Dowdell on that last play, coming in at 6', 215. And this time Dowdell will bounce it outside. He says, I'll stay away from the big fellas inside. Able to get a big chunk before he's wrapped up by Daniel Zamdio.
Yeah, well done there by Dowdell. Now a 15-yard gain there. Marches onto the Heritage side of the field.
Excuse me, that tackle was made by Daniel Zamudio for Heritage Christian, but not before Dowdell gets the first down. They'll spot the ball at the 41-yard line. And that ball's intercepted. It's going the other way. He's going to take it to the house. It's Nick Dearman. 6 for Heritage Christian.
Ooh, great anticipation there by Dearman and getting the pick 6 right there.
And that's the second pick 6 of the evening. Let's take a look at that again.
Yeah, you can see here Dearman had that read all the way. And once he got that interception, it was see you later as he goes to the house.
I was watching his feet on that sideline. Able to tiptoe, keep his feet in bounds, but we do have a flag on the play.
Probably a little bit of unsportsmanlike conduct there, I would guess, after the touchdown.
Now, one thing I would lean on you here is the flag comes down. Clock still runs.
It will run until the point, and then once they go the extra point, the clock stops during the little break there, and then we'll restart at the kickoff.
So it makes...
I guess it's going to stop now, actually.
Been in some of these running clock situations where typically the laundry comes down on the field and clock stops, but
it looks like they picked up the flag.
As we'll await the PAT attempt from Isaac Pimental. The referee says run it. And the kick is good. Heritage Christian on top, 48-6. We are going to take a break. You're watching IndianaSRN.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Welcome back. Tonight's game brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part. Practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Also brought to you by IndianaSRN Sports Page. Wall-to-wall sports news every day. High school, college, pro sports, We have it all. Check it out, IndianaSRN.org, and click on the Sports Page tab. Stay informed with the Indiana SRN Sports Page. So we do have some clarification. The penalty on that last play where we thought the flag perhaps was picked up actually was enforced on the kick. So Heritage kicks off from their own 25. And it's Schaefer. He'll get fired up a little bit. Yeah, there's some early season contact on the kick return. Trying to see if his teammates will respond. Nice return from the big fella.
Yeah, now Covenant had a good little drive going on that last drive, and unfortunately for him, ended up with the pick 6 here. Let's see what they can do offensively on this next drive.
They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Already down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter. In this first Football Friday of the 2024 season. That's Zeb Cox in the shotgun. They'll hand it off. This time, we've got a new ball carrier. It's Owen Howland, the sophomore.
That's a little 5-yard pickup there on first down for Howland.
Nice burst through the line there. And he'll stay in the backfield for more. As Dowdell, also in the game, lined up in the slot. Cox will roll right. And he'll slide down. We haven't seen much of that from Cox tonight.
Yeah, I haven't seen. That's the first time we've really seen him roll out like that and ended up sliding down, ended up getting back to the line of scrimmage there. Got what he could out of that.
Yeah, perhaps something they might look to do, get him out in open space, running a bit more. But tonight, the Heritage Christian defense has been too stout. Hasn't been a lot of room.
Update from one of our SRN games. Batesville's battled back from 14-0 down to take a 21-14 lead on Triton Central.
Great early season game going on. Again, IndianaSRN has that game covered. Looks like the officials are sorting out some kind of substitution, maybe? Cox rolls right. He's looking deep. That's Jankowski. Just missed him over the top.
Ooh, good design play there. Unfortunately, Cox just overshot him there. That may have possibly been 6 points if that throw was on the money.
And we've seen that play work a couple times tonight. Not to be on that one. That'll bring up fourth down.
And you're going to see the offense stay out here.
I can hear a little Sweet Caroline going on in the crowd. Always a crowd favorite. Cox will roll left this time. Sees an open man. It's complete. It's going to be close. Not anymore. He's past the first down marker. Nice moves. This time it's Tyson Hall.
Yeah, well done there on that second effort. I think Heritage Christian had him stopped with that second effort. Gives Covenant Christian that first down.
Zeb Cox spent a lot of time rolling out, looking for Jankowski. This time goes the other way. able to find Hall.
Another good drive being put together here by the offense.
And that's 3 consecutive positive drives minus the pick 6. That's a deep look for Jankowski. Can't reel it in. Nice pass break up there. That was Nate Wilson-Smith.
Yeah, good job staying right with his man there and forcing the incomplete pass. But a good job by Cox that time as well. We made a mistake earlier in the first half of just throwing the ball up for grabs. That time he put it to where it was only going to be his receiver get it or throw it out of bounds. They will have to snap this here before the quarter break.
What is most likely the last play of the quarter? It's a pass complete to Hall, and a nice gain. That'll take us to the end of 3. After 3, it's all Heritage Christian. You're watching Friday Night Lights on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
We're back. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Indiana Laborers District Council. The Indiana Laborers District Council is dedicated to uniting over 12,500 workers and 11 locals to strengthen our collective power, negotiate for improved wages and benefits, and contribute to the development of a prosperous future for communities across Indiana. Also, make a difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org, directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunity for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. We're back. We've got 1 quarter to go. Heritage Christian on top, 48-6. Covenant driving, and it looks like we have a measurement right out of the quarter break.
Got about a chain link short, it looks like.
So as soon as they're done with this measurement, we'll mark it and we'll switch ends. And we'll take a moment to remind you that tonight's game also brought to us in part by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow, 317-894-7000. Also, Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you won't be disappointed.
I was hoping Keith Myers would have brought us some food from Aspen Creek Grill tonight, but
boy, I tell you,
not
that,
to be.
Not to be, but Keith always does a good job, takes care of his people, but no Aspen Creek tonight. Maybe next week.
Hopefully,
it might be
yeah.
on the menu. We'll put a plug in to Keith here when this game concludes. I can guarantee you that. So we return. We flipped fields. The referee signaled 4th down when he was at the other end of the field. And now our downs person is caught up. And he gives us the official signal one more time just to let us know 4th down is coming up. We're less than a yard for Zeb Cox. He's got Hall behind him. Play action, right back to him. It's caught. Excuse me, that's Owen Howland bringing it in one hand.
What a catch by Howland, bringing that in with his left hand and getting the 1st down for Covenant. Well done.
Really nice play design. Nice rollout. Cox just laid it right over the top. Allowed Howland to run underneath it.
Gonna look at it again and see.
Nice play design.
With the left hand, one-handed catch. Well done.
Now they'll start things this set of downs from the 13-yard line. Cox nowhere to go. He throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, wisely just threw that out of bounds. Saw he had nowhere to go there.
Student section staying engaged here on the west side. Love to see it. They came here to support the squad. They'll stay with them through the end of the game as we hear chants of "Let's go Warriors" ring out. Cox drops back. He's going to roll right. Short gain, possibly. Either way, it's a pass complete to Jeremiah Dowdell. And it's no gain, so it'll be 3rd down with 10 yards to go as the clock rolls under 10 minutes here remaining in this 4th quarter. Cox looks, he's got him in. It's complete. And they'll move the chains once again. This time it's Sam Lyons. Able to complete the pass, a little shaken up. Looks like he's going to walk it off, and he's okay. A nice grab from Lyons. Covenant moving the chains again.
Nice to see him able to come off under his own power right there. He took a pretty good hit at the end of that play.
He did.
Couple yards shy of a 1st here, looks like.
That's true. They were on the 13-yard line, so they are on the 5 now. 4th and a long 2, short 3. They were able to convert their last 4th down. That's Dowdell up the middle. He's in for 6. And Covenant's on the board again.
Yeah, well done there by Dowdell to finish off this drive. And Covenant gets themselves another touchdown here. Look at it here. You see Dowdell with the finish here, just right up the gut, untouched into the end zone there.
Nice cut there in the backfield. Froze that defender. I don't know if it was easy. He made it look easy. And that'll bring Henry Schaefer back onto the field to attempt his 2nd PAT of the evening. think the official wants to throw the flag. He's not sure. He'll keep it in the pocket for now. And we're all set. Schaefer for the extra point try. Looks like it's wide left, no good. But another positive drive for the Warriors. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
And we're back. Just a reminder, tonight's game is brought to you by Clean Slate. Find your future in the cloud. We're a technology consulting firm specializing in custom-built modern applications and products that deliver greater agility, faster speed to innovation, and the resiliency to handle whatever the future throws your way. Call us at 866-885-3249. Also, Wheeler Mission. For over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Can you volunteer today? Call us at 317-686-6239. We've got 7:54 remaining in this one. Heritage Christian has the big lead, but Covenant has had 3 consecutive positive drives. John, looking to finish this game strong.
Yeah, nice little, like to take away the pick 6 there. It has been those nice 3 little drives there for Covenant. This is actually the first time we're going to see the Heritage Christian offense out here in the second half. We're going to see if they're giving the starters the rest of the evening off here. We'll find out here.
Covenant Christian definitely able to find some momentum, scoring on the last drive, the last play of the first half, then coming out, getting more positive momentum, only that pick 6 getting in the way. And then if you're just joining us, Covenant Christian able to convert a couple of 4th downs on their last drive before finally punching it in for a touchdown. And here we have the kickoff going out of bounds.
We have Heritage Christian the ball at the 35-yard line. Got a final from one of our SRN games. Greenfield Central hung 50 on Beech Grove and won it 50-8.
Strong start for Greenfield Central. Wow. That Hoosier Heritage Conference really been strong the last few years with Greenfield Central coming on already. You have Powers and New Pal, Mount Vernon. Should be a great season over there in the HHC.
It's like Kincaid Zentera in at quarterback.
You are correct. That is Zentera getting his first action of the night. And we also did have an illegal procedure there.
7th penalty of the night on Heritage Christian.
And that handoff will go to Isaac Pimental.
Only a freshman.
He's already made 6 PATs this evening. And they're able to pick up a big chunk of yards on the ground. Covenant's thinking, man, we got one Pimental out of the game. You're telling me there's another one we have to deal with?
Here's another one. Yes, that's right.
Incredible. Short dump down. That pass is complete. This time it's Mark Gates with the reception. Tackle made by Owen Howland for the Warriors.
Coach Ray getting Zentera out there, see what he can do, what he's got on the quarterback side for him.
And we've been talking a lot, really, since the end of the first half about Covenant Christian because they've had the ball the entire time. 1 pick six is all we've seen on the scoreboard for Heritage Christian, but now we're seeing another Pimental, and he's getting chunk yards just like the other one did.
Runs in the family.
Running runs in the family. It surely does. And another big gain. They'll place this ball near the 30-yard line. We'll call it the 31. Be first down and 10. You're going to feel good about getting the win if you're Heritage Christian, but it'd be nice to be able to stamp this victory with a good drive here at the end of the game. Oh, quarterback keeper, and he lowers really lowers the helmet. Zientara, you could hear audibly some O's from the crowd, and we may have an injury here.
Yeah, he took a pretty good hit right there.
And we'll have the teams move to the sidelines. Yeah, on that last play, don't see a lot of quarterbacks willing to do that. Just lower the crown of the helmet, but you saw it there from Zientara. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back on IndianaSRN.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We never really realize how much we depend on electricity until the power goes out. Get those lights back on when you choose the certified electricians at Bertner Electric Incorporated. Locally owned and operated, we are a member of the Better Business Bureau and provide only the highest quality of customer service. For more information, give us a call today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
And we're back. That's Howland coming off the field. Owen Howland. Good to see him at least being able to put a little bit of weight as he gets help from the field. We've got 4:52 left remaining in this one. Heritage Christian driving. If you're just joining us, Heritage Christian got out to a quick start tonight. They got out to a consistent start, and they've really kept the foot on the gas all night long.
Yeah, not without getting those 3 quick touchdowns in that first quarter. They haven't looked back since that.
He had 2 touchdowns in the first half from Elijah Pimental. You had 2 rushing touchdowns from Eli Nix and a receiving touchdown from Noah Dearman to go along with 2 interception returns for touchdowns. 1 missed PAT, and that's how Heritage Christian has arrived at the 48.
The coach is not liking an explanation he's getting right here, right now from the officials.
And it's an odd situation with the quarterback lowering the helmet and kind of delivering the contact. I know that comes up from time to time, but typically you think about leading with the helmet from the defense. But when the offensive player does the same thing and puts a defensive player on their back, it's always kind of an odd situation.
And I think that's what the coach was saying right there. He's like, you got to come one end. Why is it not called the same thing on the other end?
Yeah. So we'll see where we go from here. They'll start that clock again. This time it's 2nd and 4. The ball is spotted on the 25-yard line. And that's Pimental. He's got space. He's got room, and he's in for 6. That's the second Pimental on the board for the evening.
So he's already made 6 extra points, and now he runs into the end zone. So now this might be the first time somebody will kick an extra point after their own touchdown. As you look at it right here, Pimental just like untouched and into the end zone.
Also, perhaps some Pimental bragging rights on the line. The Elijah Pimental has scored 2 touchdowns. That's, by my count, 12 points. Now, Isaac has made 6 extra points and scored his own touchdown, so he's at 12, but only one of them has a chance to score one more. That's coming right here for Isaac. Maybe bragging rights if this one goes through and he gets it to go. That'll extend the Heritage Christian lead 55-12. We've got 3 minutes and 41 seconds left in this contest. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back. IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And we're back. Heritage Christian 55, Covenant Christian 12. Heritage Christian just getting their first offensive touchdown of the second half. They will kick off at least one more time to Covenant.
Well, it's been the Pimental show here in this game for Heritage Christian 2 ways.
You hit it. It was Elijah Pimental finding basically anything he wanted on the ground in the first half, getting 2 touchdowns. Isaac Pimental has made 7 extra points tonight and scored the last rushing touchdown for Heritage Christian. As that's Schaefer on the return, able to break a couple tackles.
Boy, Schaefer not wanting to go down there. Great effort there.
The ball out to the 36-yard line. And we'll see if Covenant can keep that momentum going in this final drive of the evening.
Cox is back out there. I was wondering if we were going to see another quarterback. They have to send Cox back out.
Feels like Covenant Christian will be pretty happy with Cox's development, even just in one game. Started, I don't know that I'd say shaky, but definitely was trying to get acclimated to the game, to the speed of the game, but he's settled down nicely here in the second half. Put together a couple nice drives, and we'll have a flag offsides on the defense.
And it's typical what we saw out of it. You know, freshman, he's a freshman coming in, first high school game, freshman jitters. It took him a little core, but once he got settled in, yeah, looks very comfortable.
And I'm excited to see how this season plays out as he gets more and more reps under his belt. No doubt Covenant is a team you want to get now before they have time to develop. Some of these young guys get bigger, faster, stronger. And we have another flag on the play. Another offsides, which will lead to a Covenant first down.
This is something I'm almost assure you Coach Ray will be that is the 9th penalty of the game on Heritage Christian, so I guarantee you Coach Ray will be focusing on that this week.
And we're down under 2 minutes in this contest. What has typically been a rivalry game over the years. Heritage Christian, once this one is all said and done, this will be their 4th consecutive victory. But we noted, we were talking off air before the game, the last 3 contests between these two teams were all one-score games. And Covenant Christian last won in this series back in 2020 when they went undefeated and won a state championship. And a big catch. Why not? That'll get the crowd fired up and the sideline going as well.
Wow, well done right there.
That's Liam Yard. He's a freshman as well. Only 5'6", but he went up and got that one. We're down to 20 seconds. Probably time for one more play, if not 2. Players were ready, but our head referee says not so fast.
Not exactly quite sure why the whistle blew there, but whatever it was, we're set now.
We are set. This likely will be, almost said likely the last play of the game. We'll see if they get one more off here. 5 on the clock. Headsets are off. I think that'll do it. We have reached the conclusion of this one. Heritage Christian comes out on top tonight with a final score of 55-12. Your key takeaways tonight, John?
Well, I mean, hard to argue. Heritage Christian, just a phenomenal offensive showing here. Pimenthal and I'm sorry, Nick's getting it done offensively, and you know, Covenant Christian. But I like what I saw out of Covenant Christian there in the second half. They were gelling a lot better there in the second half. Give them time throughout the season, and this is going to be a totally different team by the end of the year.
Yeah, there's no doubt both teams will look to get better as the season moves on. Want to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors one more time. Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermakers Local 374, representing highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission, for over 125 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Bertner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group, we're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Northwestern Mutual, inspiring people to repeatedly take action on their financial goals. Indiana Laborers District Council, 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. And IndianaSRN Sports Page. Follow the sports page every day with update news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.com and click on our tab. For John Lester, I'm Zach Irvin. Thank you for joining us on this opening night of Fall Football 2024. Your final Heritage Christian 55, Covenant Christian 12. For IndianaSRN, we'll see you next time.